Hey everyone, welcome back. So time and again we have seen numerous videos about how good Palantir is. And heck, even I have done 4 or 5 videos on Palantir just because there is so much excitement and so many great ways this company is solving real world problem. And if you're a fan of this channel, you know that stuff really excites me. So in spite of all good things, you need to dig deep in order to find one positive article or one mention from the mainstream media which is good about this company. So why is media so against a company which some say is one of the best things that happened to our national security? Let's explore together what I think is the real reason why Palantir makes media nervous. So I'm going to share my screen, but before that, please consider subscribing so you don't miss out future videos and smash the like button so this video can reach out to more Palantir lovers. But before I share my screen, there's one more thing. So I have divided this research into 4 parts. I usually do a 3-part research, but this video kind of needed that 4-part approach. Number 1, I'll be wearing a hat of a media salesman. So I'll be coming to you and selling a TV commercial. Number 2, I'll show you the Palantir's power in media. Number 3, what Palantir mentioned in their S1 statement to SEC. So they were aware of this way before you and I were. And number 4, the effect negative news has on Palantir stock. And lastly, the most lucrative trades you can make in today's market condition. Let me share my screen and let me wear a hat of a TV salesman, which is right here. So I come to you as a TV salesman and I want you to purchase a commercial spot on a big channel. Now, I'll ask you some questions like, who is the target audience that you need to reach? What is the marketing budget, conversion goal, frequency, just basic stuff that any media person will ask to their client to get more information from them. So once I have your requirement, I will then present to you few data sets or past performance of similar companies, their ad frequency, their ad style and budget, because you need to compare your ad to something. Now remember, this is the data that I showed it to you, and there is no way for you to challenge this data. You have to accept it the way I'm presenting it to you. You can Google, you can go find different articles, but at the end of the day, if you are advertising in my channel on the time slot that you want to advertise at, you have to rely on the data that I'm giving it to you. This is the biggest weapon media has, and I'm telling you from a direct personal experience. I have used direct mail, I have used TV advertising. You just have to rely on what they show you in a folder or these charts or infographics about the different categories and different time spots and how they affect. But you have to take the information that they are giving it to you. You have no way to challenge it. Now let's say you sign up and buy the ad space for 30 seconds in prime time and paid hundreds and thousands of dollars because you want best bang for your buck, correct? Wrong. This is where Palantir steps in. Now with Palantir's Foundry, and they actually merged with DataRobot or they partnered with DataRobot to even get better in this game. So you will get the insights from both ends. Data intelligence from the sales channel or how the sales are doing, and of course data intelligence or results from the media outlets on the performance of your commercial. Now for a second, let's come back to your ad and see. So now you get a report from Palantir, not from the media company, and you see that your ad's ROI, return on investment, is in negative with the help of course, Palantir's Foundry and then also DataRobot. That means that you spend, for hypothetically speaking, $100,000 that month on the ad revenue, you only got sales of about $80,000 that came from that ad. That means you spend more money in the ad than what you got out of it. You call me and cancel a deal or pick a cheaper spot. You would have realized this in few months anyway, because you would have seen your sales number, you would have seen your advertising budget, you would have figured it out. But with Foundry, you get this info in days and weeks and not in months. And that's the biggest weapon, or that's the biggest advantage Palantir has. Doesn't matter what software we are talking about here, Foundry, Gotham, or any other, or Apollo, doesn't matter. The biggest benefit that Palantir has over competitors and so many other companies is the time. They deploy and give results in as quick as a few hours. Before, it would take months to get the same thing. So you save money, but of course, as media outlet, me, which is hurting right now because I lost top revenue of few months from you. That brings me to my third point, which is right here. That is the reason why we see so many news articles or so many negative news articles in mainstream media, because Palantir is taking the guesswork out and actually giving consumers the power to control and see through the data, which is massive. So they even mentioned this in their S1 filing. Look at the statement, and I'm going to read the statement on your screen now. So in their S1 filing, when they first IPO'd, they said that, I'm going to highlight it actually over here, right here. As our business has grown and as interest in Palantir and the technology industry overall increased, we have attracted and may continue to attract significant attention from news and social media outlets, including unfavorable coverage and coverage that is not directly attributable to a statement authorized by our leadership, that incorrectly reports on a statement made by our leadership or employees and the nature of work. So you can see they're already talking about that we are aware that we are going to attract some negative publicity because, again, they are taking the guesswork out. They're giving power to the consumers. So in my opinion, I feel these are the reasons why mainstream media publishes articles against Palantir and constantly highlights negative news more, because they are just nervous about all things Palantirs can tell. One of the biggest reason, or I would say one of the most recent example, is of Cathie Wood and the sale of Palantir share. ARK holds 24 million shares of Palantir, but they only highlighted and making news out of it of the sale of 700K share, which was just a mere act of rebalancing for ARK. So now I'm going to show you charts, which of course is going to all make sense, that how negative news relates to Palantir directly. So as you can see, on June 30th, the news came out that Cathie Wood has sold right here about 18.7 million of Palantir. Okay, that day, just that day, you see here, the stock was all the way up over here. I'm going to highlight here. So the stock was all the way close to about $27 right here. And when the news came, the stock just went down. Now, of course, I'm not saying this is the only reason that, a stock went down. There were many reasons for it, but one of the main reasons was that as soon as the news came down, people thought, you know what, no, I'm going to sell my stock too. Retail investors following Cathie Wood, it's very, very common. So now, as you can see, that the stock went down almost 20% from the news from that day. Of course, market conditions, I'm not discounting that. But the RSI on the stock is down, the volume is low, and on top of it, the MACD is also negative. So everything is on the downward pressure for this stock, even though that one news started it, but that continued, of course, with the market conditions. Over here in the second chart, I have drawn some, and there's a reason why I'm showing you this here. On the second chart, I have drawn some support and resistance for Palantir that I have seen, in the last few months. So as you can see, Palantir has a huge support between $20 and $21. It touched it over here, which is the most recent one. I'm gonna make it small so you guys can see over here. So as you can see, yep, you can see over here on most recent is about 21 some dollars. Then again, it touched that price back in late April. Then again, it touched that price in early April. Then again, it went to that price in March. Then again, it kind of came close to that price in January. So you can see that how Palantir has this support line, which is about $21. Now for the resistance line, as you can see that Palantir has about $27.40 or about $27. It touched a few times in the same time frame. So you know that Palantir stock can go from $20 to $27 very easily. It has done that a few times already. So how am I playing this? So whenever a news like this comes, it's a true music to my ears, trust me, and I'm going to show you the trade. So what I have done is, as soon as the news came out about that Cathie Wood is selling, I started watching the stock and I started to see what kind of volume we are in and what kind of RSI and MACD is looking. So this is the trade I'm placing now because I feel that it has reached that support line of about $20, $21. So as you can see, I'm selling puts right here. So I'm selling 100 or I'm selling puts right here for strike price of $25 for January 2023. Now I posted this on the community tab and I even asked you guys to kind of support and answer that where do you see the stock price is going to be in 2023? Most of you said between $50 and $100. Some even said over $100. I'm not here to give any price prediction, but I'm just explaining a point here that I think you and I, we both can agree that Palantir will be higher than $25 by January 2023. Okay, that's a given fact. We can see that. So what I'm doing is I'm selling 100 contracts of about $25 strike price for January 2023, and I'm getting for this bet. Remember, I'm selling, so I'm getting something. When you sell something, you get money, right? I'm getting $8 for each contract. Because I'm selling 100 contracts, I'm getting about $80,000 to sell this contract. Now, the bet I'm putting is about $250,000 bet, because if the Palantir stock is at 25, I'll be obligated to buy 10,000 shares of Palantir at $25 a share. So for $250,000 putting aside, I'm getting about 80K right now. See, they are not using this money. They're just putting aside in my account. So, but I'm getting in cash $80,000. So I can use this $80,000 to do anything, to buy more Palantir stock, even at this price at $21 right now, or to buy any other stock. So what I'm doing is I'm going to buy 80,000 worth of Palantir stock today. A month, 2 months, 2 weeks, doesn't matter. If the stock reaches to $25, let's say, okay? No, I'm not saying $27, $25, which is a very huge possibility that it will do it in the next few weeks or months. As the market kind of recovers a little bit, you will see the run up, because it has gone to that 27 level many times. So what's going to happen? The asking price or the price that they're giving for this bet is going to go down. So what I will do is I will buy all this. Now I'm selling. I'll buy all this back over here. So I'll buy them back, okay, the 100 contracts at $6 a contract. So I will profit $2 from each contract. So by playing a bet, and on top, remember, I got the shares or I got Palantir's $80,000 worth of share that I can also, I'm long, so I'm not selling, but I can sell when the price goes to 5 and I'll make money over there as well. So these are the plays that really excites me when I see something like that, an article like that, because it gives an opportunity to traders like you and me to take advantage of these negative publicity or negative news articles. But in my opinion, that's the main reason why I feel that Palantir is hated by media, or media is nervous about Palantir, because they just know too much. And they know that Palantir is going to give that power to the consumer. So I hope I was able to provide you some value. If you get anything out of the video, please smash the like button and consider subscribing for future videos. Love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, you all have a sparkling day.